Mira, a woman of solitude, found her peace in the quiet corners of her family's ancestral home. Deep in the forest heart, this house held a sinister shroud of history, whispered down through generations. It was a place where shadows danced after dark and voices carried on the wind. Mira, however, cast aside these tales as nothing more than folklore. On a chilling November evening, Mira chose to stay in the house alone. She arrived as the sun took its leave, its dying light casting long, dancing shadows across the floor. Stepping inside, she was greeted by an air thick with the scent of aged wood and memories long forgotten. The house seemed to breathe, groaning softly under her weight. Once settled, Mira sparked a fire in the grand old hearth. The flames danced, casting ghastly figures onto the walls. As she poured a glass of wine and nestled into an armchair, an old journal caught her eye. It was her great-grandmother Lydia's journal. Brittle pages and faded ink held an entry that gave her pause. They whisper in the dark, their eyes unseen but felt. Do not heed their call, for they bring the cold. A shiver ran down Mira's spine, but she dismissed it as the ramblings of an elderly woman. She set the journal aside and decided to explore the house. Flashlight in hand, she traversed the dimly lit corridors, her footsteps echoing off the wooden floors. Then she heard it, a faint whisper. It was so soft she might have mistaken it for the wind had not all windows been closed. It seemed to come from the basement. Her heart pounded as she descended the creaky stairs, the air growing colder with each step. Suddenly, her flashlight flickered and she was enveloped in darkness. When the light steadied, she saw them, shadows, dancing along the walls, moving in a rhythmic, hypnotic pattern. The whispers returned, louder, clearer, calling her name. "Mira! Mira! Come closer!" She recoiled, but the basement door slammed shut, trapping her. The shadows converged into a figure, its hollow eyes and crooked smile looming over her. "You should not have come." Mira pounded on the door, but to no avail. The figure advanced, its form flickering like the fire in the hearth. "Why do you run?" it whispered. "You are one of us now." As the air turned icy, Mira's strength ebbed away, and she fell. The last thing she saw was the figure, leaning over her, its hollow eyes swallowing everything. When she woke, she was back in the armchair, the fire reduced to embers. The house was eerily silent. Was it all a dream? But when she caught her reflection in the mirror across the room, she froze. Her eyes were hollow, and her smile was crooked.